Thinking about selling your home and wondering how much you really need to spend before putting it on the market? The truth is, most sellers either spend far too much money on improvements or not enough on the things buyers actually care about. Today, we're talking about the real cost of preparing a home to sell in Colorado Springs and what people don't tell you until it's too late. If you're a longtime homeowner, you've probably accumulated a running list of things you'd like to update. Maybe it's a kitchen, maybe it's the bathrooms, maybe you've been thinking about the flooring, paint, landscaping, or a dozen other projects. The challenge is that when people start preparing to sell, that list gets much longer. What starts as a simple touch-up project can quickly become months of renovations, tens of thousands of dollars in expenses, and a lot of stress. And in many cases, the return isn't nearly what people expected. We've worked with many homeowners over the years who assumed they needed to completely modernize their home before selling. They believed that buyers wouldn't consider the property unless everything looked brand new. The reality is usually much different. Most buyers are not expecting perfection. They're expecting a home that's clean, functional, well-maintained, and priced appropriately for its condition. That distinction matters. Let's talk about where sellers often spend money and where they should be careful. This first category is cosmetic improvements. Fresh paint, minor repairs, cleaning, decluttering, and improving overall presentation can often provide significant value relative to cost. These are the kinds of improvements that help buyers see the home more clearly without requiring major investments. The second category is deferred maintenance. This is where sellers need to pay close attention. If a roof is nearing the end of its life, if major systems aren't functioning properly, or if there are obvious maintenance issues, buyers tend to notice quickly. Not only do buyers notice, but inspectors, lenders, and insurance companies notice too. This is especially important because many buyers today are financing their purchases, and financing comes with certain expectations. A home doesn't have to be perfect, but major systems generally need to function as intended. The roof often needs to be insurable. Heating systems need to work. Electrical and plumbing systems need to be reasonably serviceable. These are the items that frequently become negotiation points. Now, here's where many sellers get stuck. They assume they have two choices: either renovate everything or sell completely as is. In reality, there's usually a middle ground, and that's where strategy becomes incredibly important. This raises two questions about your situation. There's a link in the description where you can get clarity or ask us directly. Let's talk about the true cost of over-improving. One of the biggest mistakes we see is homeowners taking on projects because they believe they'll get every dollar back when they sell. Unfortunately, real estate doesn't always work that way. A $40,000 renovation doesn't automatically increase the value by $40,000. A $20,000 project may only create a fraction of that amount in additional buyer interest. Sometimes sellers spend months and significant cash chasing a return that never fully materializes. Even worse, every completed project often reveals 3 more projects. Suddenly, what was supposed to be a quick listing preparation plan turns into an endless cycle of improvements. The opportunity cost becomes significant. Time passes, market conditions change, plans get delayed, and frequently the seller could have achieved a similar net result by just listing sooner with a thoughtful pricing strategy. Now, let's talk about the other side of the equation, the seller who wants to sell completely as is. Can it be done? Absolutely. But there are realities people need to understand. Most people still have expectations. Even buyers looking for opportunities or fixer-uppers generally want confidence that major systems are functional. If the roof has major issues, if mechanical systems are failing, or if significant deferred maintenance exists, buyers will usually account for that in the price they're willing to pay. That's not necessarily a problem. It's simply how the market evaluates risk. A true as-is sale often requires pricing that clearly reflects the condition. Otherwise, buyers frequently submit requests for repairs or financial concessions during negotiations. Another factor that people don't always realize involves financing. Certain homes in poor condition may have challenges qualifying for FHA or VA financing. When condition becomes a concern, many sellers find themselves attracting conventional financing buyers or cash buyers instead. That doesn't mean the home won't sell. It simply affects the buyer pool and potentially influences pricing strategy. Another hidden cost that people don't talk about is uncertainty. Many homeowners spend months wondering what they should fix, what they should leave alone, and whether they're making the right decisions. Without guidance, it's easy to either overspend or underprepare. That's why one of the first conversations we have with sellers is about priorities. Not every project deserves attention. Not every imperfection really matters, and not every dollar spent improves your outcome. Sometimes the smartest decision is completing a handful of targeted improvements, presenting a clean and well-maintained home, and pricing strategically. Sometimes larger repairs make sense. Sometimes they don't. Every situation is different. What matters is understanding how buyers are likely to respond and how those decisions impact your overall financial outcome. One more thing we've consistently observed over the years: waiting rarely benefits sellers. Many homeowners delay because they want to finish one more project, then another. Months pass, opportunities pass, and often the improvements didn't meaningfully change the outcome anyway. That doesn't mean you should rush. It means decisions should be intentional. Preparations matter. Strategy matters. But perfection rarely is the goal. If you're preparing to sell a long-owned home here in Colorado Springs, focus on the improvements that genuinely matter to buyers. Understand the costs you're likely to recover versus the costs you probably won't, and make decisions based on your actual goals rather than assumptions. The best preparation plan is usually not the most expensive one. It's the one that creates the strongest balance between presentation, buyer expectations, and your bottom line. If this was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and check out the next video. It builds on what we just talked about and will help you take the next step.